opening contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Plainview, Long Island, New York, weighing 226 pounds, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we have seen him in the ring wrestling, isn't it, guys?
129 days since MJF's last match, and he is back in action here tonight on the extended anniversary edition of Dynamite.
And his opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 199 pounds, Wheeler Yuta.
Lord Regal, MJF is quite an odious individual, to say the least. But he's still incredibly talented inside the ring. How does Wheeler Yuta
incredibly
prepare for
talented? He prepares by listening to me, because before MJF was born, and I'm sorry, Mr. Schiavone, but I was insulting you and saying horrible things about you, but I never ever took a liberty with you, did I? I was an ODV, which is an ordinary decent villain. Who'd never take anybody that steps in the ropes, you're fair game, but never ever take liberties with somebody like yourself, and that doesn't sit right with me, as much of a villain as I am.
Well, the thing is, with someone like MJF, you know, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what people think about him. And I got to tell you, I respect that of MJF, but our live house here in D.C., they love Yuta.
Well, they really do, and there's a lot to love about Wheeler Yuta. And if we go back to where he wanted to become a member of the Blackpool Combat Club, Lord Regal, he earned that.
He earned that spot.
Yeah.
And he's still earning that spot.
That was a nice strut we saw there, Excalibur.
Oh, the Fargo strut.
It's more like a Friedman strut, but I digress.
Yes, of course you will. But we have a huge anniversary week of Dynamite here in Washington, D.C., not only live tonight with the extended anniversary edition, but also Rampage live this Friday night, 10, 9 Central on TNT, and then Battle of the Belts 4 immediately following Rampage live this Friday night.
It's a great Friday night doubleheader live on TNT, but boy, look what we got tonight. Darby Allin, Jay Lethal.
Not only that, Tony, Wardlow will defend the TNT Championship against Brian Cage of the Embassy in Ring of Honor.
It was a nice deep arm drags by Yuta. Oh, his own strut.
Big trios women's match, and we're going to celebrate National Scissoring Day.
I'm celebrating that dropkick that Wheeler Yuta just landed on MJF.
Oh!
And before Hangman Page challenges for the AEW World Championship, he will face Rush El Toro Blanco, plus Luchasaurus will be in action later on tonight. And then our main event, Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia will take on the Jericho Appreciation Society's Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara.
Well, Yuta had something in mind off the top, but MJF got himself out of harm's way.
And now MJF taking himself out of bounds. And
So clever. So smart.
Grabbing the waistband of Wheeler Yuta, driving him face first into the middle turnbuckle pad, and then driving the boots into the jaw.
Oh, referee Remsburg had his back turned for a split second. That's all it took for Max to grab those trunks of Yuta. You saw that right there, Regal. It was pretty smart.
Of course it's smart, yes. I've spent more than the last few weeks trying to smarten young Wheeler up about how people take diabolical liberties, because you've got to expect that.
Sure.
He's in a position now where he has to. So I'm actually happy that he's facing MJF, because he's got to learn. He's got to get that mean streak out of him that we saw when he first joined the Blackpool Combat Club.
I give you a lot of credit for that, Regal. That's excellent coaching by you to put your man in the ring. You don't want to put your man in the ring with a guy like MJF who is diabolical. And
somebody like myself and you at times when we're younger. Yes. That's what you need sometimes to show you exactly what is in your back pocket.
Well, Lord Regal, sometimes it looks like MJF is wrestling right out of the William Regal playbook, but at other times, like you said, he crosses lines that...
He crosses lines that's youth. He's wasted on the youth.
Yes.
Yeah. There's things that I did when I was younger that I'm not proud of. But I can say that I never took a liberty with anybody who wasn't a competitor.
Jawbreaker there by Wheeler Yuta, but MJF, the backbreaker, and now spins Yuta around the gut wrench.
Got a cover here. It's going to get a cover here.
MJF.
Listen, how many days was it, did you say, Excalibur?
129 days, but hold on to that point, Taz. Our opening contest continues in picture-in-picture. MJF versus Wheeler Yuta. Hold on, Taz.
I'm holding on.
All right. Well, Taz, you still holding on?
I'm still holding on, but I'll hold on a little longer.
Okay.
But, yeah, listen, MJF is in control right now. This is not good for Wheeler.
Those 128 days haven't been wasted by the condition that MJF is in. Incredible condition.
Correct.
He looks good. You're right.
He's moving well.
But Taz, as you've often said, too much time away from the ring, not necessarily ring rust sets in, but you lose the callus.
That callus, correct, on your body. That and Regal knows that you lose that
ring skin, I used to call it.
Or callus,
that's right. Yes.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. But right now, in the early goals of this match, we are seeing, well, right now, MJF not really sending much love to this DC audience watching DC.
MJF and Wheeler Yuta have met 4 times in their careers, and both men have split the series with 2 wins each, and now facing for the first time here tonight in All Elite Wrestling.
Confidence is right there for MJF.
Confidence, but this one thing that I can do better than anybody, I can see through people.
Sure.
And I know that I'm a real bad guy. And something about MJF, sometimes it just doesn't sit right with me. It's as if he's trying too much to be a bad guy.
Oh, I don't know about that, Regal. He's a bad guy. He hates everyone.
He's a bad guy. Well, I know what I will do. And the problem is, it's not about me anymore. It's about I know what John Moxley will do.
Well, I agree.
And John Moxley, like me, would drag somebody outside and set fire to them and walk my hands on the flames. That's the difference.
I know that, Regal, but he's not. MJF's not in the ring with Mox to that point, though.
But he will be soon.
Possibly, potentially, it could be Hangman Adam Page.
Well, it could be Hangman Adam Page.
Well, look, here's the thing. I know what you're saying, because if you're a real villain, you wouldn't spend so much time talking to the crowd, arguing with the referee. You would just go and do
Shivani, it's so well documented. You do not like MJF. You hate the kid. Come on, let's be honest. You don't like the guy at all.
No, I don't.
I like him, and I don't like him at the same time.
All right.
I like him because I see what he's doing.
That's how I feel about Excalibur. I like him, but I don't like him.
Oh, but MJF, a handful of hair, and drags him down. Thanks, Taz.
You're not going to hear me complain about anything that MJF does like this.
Well, the look on the face of MJF, he has definitely got bad intentions on his mind, and you just got to try to find a way to fight out of this.
Yeah, MJF has been in the driver's seat.
I think it's because he grew up posh. He didn't have to fight on the streets,
very wealthy.
and John Moxley has.
Yes.
Welcome back to the extended anniversary edition of AEW Dynamite, where Wheeler Yuta may have just potentially opened the door to get back into this match, Taz.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what Yuta needed for sure. And before we went into the picture, we were getting ready to talk about a little bit how
129 days since MJF's last match.
For MJF, and he has looked to be in fine fickle out here.
Incredible condition.
Oh, but inside roll up there by Wheeler Yuta. MJF able to break free.
Yeah, from a cardiovascular perspective and crispness in the ring, MJF looks good, but Yuta's on fire here. Going for that German, I think.
Yes.
Got a really good German suplex.
Yes, he has. Wonderful.
And he likes the series of German suplexes as well. MJF
trying to step on the feet.
Knows that very well from the shared history between these two men. Yuta hangs on to the bottom rope, comes in, drops underneath, waist lock. There's the German suplex.
He nailed that German, got all of it. He's going to get another one. He's got his fingers clasped in there.
Yuta, the second one, turns the corner, maintains the grip.
Smart how Yuta's turning his head right before hitting in that bridge so he can roll him for another German. See there, he turns the head.
Oh, MJF kicked out, but Wheeler Yuta maintained the waist lock, Lord Regal.
Yes. Good grip strength. Probably got a good S grip on.
Yes, he does.
I'm sure that's what it is. Can't see it right now. But MJF's trying to shut it down.
MJF trying to get his weight low, but Wheeler Yuta pops the hips and sends MJF for a ride.
Good job by Wheeler Yuta.
And that's that incredible fire that I love to see out of Wheeler.
Definitely has that.
And we saw Wheeler Yuta head to the top once before in this match. MJF rolled out of the well, and he does so again.
So smart. So
yes,
smart.
You can't blame him for that.
No, and listen, I just my professional opinion, I think, I know MJF told me it's Yom Kippur. He's been basically fasting. So he's like he has. If somehow Yuta gets the better of me, this is why. He's fasting. Excalibur, that's
Well, Happy New Year to MJF and many people around the world.
Of course.
Now, after the stomp to the elbow, Wheeler Yuta drops behind.
Nice go behind and going for that German suplex again. Breaking the grip. There you go by MJF. Smart.
And Now Yuta sent into the ropes, ducks under the right hand attempt from MJF. Reversal. Ooh, you saw it. Yuta strained that bicep perhaps. And now the...
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, baby, that might be it.
Powerbomb onto the knee with that. Oh, no, Yuta.
Guys, it's not often you see a powerbomb backbreaker like that. Man, let's take another look at this here, guys.
I mean, it was the back of Yuta, but also the back of Yuta's head. It was almost a 2-for-1 there for MJF.
Yeah, tailbone, lower back, and upper neck, skull region, man. Oof.
This is where MJF should be taking advantage, though. When you have an opening, you must try and pin your opponent.
He's thinking it through, I think, Regal. I agree, but I think he's thinking it through because he knows he has Yuta down and out right now, but I do get your drift. Oh, then maybe he's getting a little too full of himself here. MJF getting a little... Uh-oh, this might be firing Yuta up.
I'm slapping Yuta in the face constantly, so's Bryan Danielson. We all slap him in the face, trying to get him to fire up.
Thumb to the eye by MJF.
Oldest trick in the book, still works.
And Yuta... Now the Gary, he cracked MJF.
What a
MJF
shot.
crumbled, yeah.
You heard that throughout Washington, D.C. right there.
Those slaps to the jaw reminiscent of the late, great Antonio Inoki.
Late great for sure.
One of the pioneers of Japanese professional wrestling. And now Yuta, though, inside the ring, sends MJF in. Went perhaps for a back body drop, rolled through. Yuta counters, MJF counters.
A lot of near falls here. Watch out.
And neither man with the advantage, but
takes a lot of core strength. Referee's working hard in there too.
And now Yuta finally gets it. No, MJF. 1, 2, no.
That's exhausting. Jackknife cup. Oh, maybe not. Nice bridge up.
Tremendous core strength again, as you said, Taz.
Yep, maybe a backslide. No backslide.
Backslide attempted.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
MJF thinking tombstone pile driver.
Oh!
No, Yuta reverses.
Good job, Yuta.
MJF kicks his feet, brings Yuta up.
Great job.
Oh, Yuta drops through.
Good.
1, 2, no. 1, 2 by MJF. Yuta up to his feet. Oh, MJF, he crossed the ankles, very nearly got him there, and both men down.
Great respect by our live audience for some awesome wrestling right here by these two young, great athletes.
Now we have a red-hot crowd on hand for this 3rd anniversary edition of AEW Dynamite. And remember, it is an extended anniversary edition. We will have more content after the top of the hour at 10 p.m. So adjust your DVRs, do whatever you have to.
Who is going to get to their feet first? Might have the advantage, either Yuta or MJF.
Come on, turn to your side, Wheeler. There we go, Sunshine, there we go.
Both men rousing at about the same time. Up to the knees, Yuta, and MJF up first. Yuta up with the assistance of the ropes.
Yuta looks a little bit more powerful at this moment, possibly, maybe, not sure.
MJF charges in, Yuta dodges through the top and middle rope, lands a right hand.
Yuta's been trying to go to that top rope, possibly for that splash, Excalibur. Can he nail it if that's what he's going for?
Yuta gets his footing on the top rope.
Yam bag Yahtzee right there. Right on the old Yam City.
And MJF clearing out the cobweb still. He bought himself some precious time there.
What is this?
Oh, wait.
MJF's maybe going for some sort of a stunner or no?
No, he's bringing Yuta. No, he's thinking avalanche tombstone pile driver.
Oh, God, no. Whoa. Max, be careful. Oh, this is dangerous here. Yuta's in trouble.
Oh, but
Yuta
countering it.
There we go.
Yuta clapped the boots together.
Good lad.
It's tough to move up there.
Oh.
Viciousness by Yuta.
Time well spent with John Moxley.
Yes, sir.
And now Wheeler Yuta gaining his footing on the turnbuckle, and now the top
dangerous
rope.
Area here, guys.
Yuta. Oh!
Right on a lower back.
Massive Huracan Rana off the ropes by Wheeler Yuta.
Oh, whoa.
Yuta's not done yet. The tope drives MJF into the barricade.
Wheeler Yuta has momentum right now. Regal, you got to be loving this internally,
Absolutely.
buddy.
Come on, Sunshine, come on.
And Yuta does the smart thing immediately. Returns MJF into the ring.
He's going to nail I think he's maybe, MJF again. That's like the third or fourth time, I believe.
That's the third time, but MJF.
You can't blame that. Very smart.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait, Wheeler Yuta! Diving splash! No!
Man, he ran 3/4 across the ring, Yuta did.
A tremendous leap.
Incredible
by
sprint.
Wheeler Yuta.
Let's take another look here. The explosivity in the legs and lower back and quads, glutes.
Yeah, you
Right
saw
there.
from that first camera angle on the replay, MJF was well across the hypotenuse of the ring. The fans here appreciating the effort by both men as now Wheeler Yuta, the hammer and anvil elbows.
We're getting deep, deep waters here in this match. And MJF is, man, he might be out right here.
Yeah, look how the head of MJF is just rocking back and forth. Now Wheeler Yuta turns the corner looking for the seatbelt.
Seatbelt, yeah.
No, MJF thinking salt to the earth.
Got that Fujiwara arm, that salt to the earth. He's got it.
It's in deep. Wheeler Yuta.
Max, don't go back too far here. You keep the tension on that elbow.
But there we go, Wheeler. If you pull that elbow through towards MJF's hips.
Swivel his hips, meaning Yuta towards that bottom rope, which is helping alleviate that pain in that elbow joint.
Yuta trying to get the tip of his boot on the bottom rope to force the break. And oh no, MJF cranking out there.
He's tapping, that's it.
The winner of this match, MJF.
What a battle.
Taz, that was a very different modification of the salt of the earth. MJF, when he flipped over, he puts even more torturous pressure on the tendons of the shoulder of Yuta.
Everything, the AC joint, rotator cuff, bicep tendon, it's all getting tweaked and stretched on that quick roll. How MJF pulled that arm up of Yuta. Man, that was a battle. It could have went either way, but congratulations right there to MJF. What a return.
Yeah, what a way to kick off this third anniversary. Oh, wait. Tense moment here.
Sign of respect, show of respect by Yuta.
Is MJF gonna do this though?
Probably not, but maybe.
I mean, here's the thing, MJF and Wheeler Yuta have more than 7 years of history with one another.
Oh man, MJF's gonna shake his hand. He's gonna give that man respect after a battle.
MJF.
Good for you, Max. Good for you.
Oh! Wait a sec. Lee Moriarty.
I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. What the hell is that? I didn't tell you to do that.
And MJF upset with Lee Moriarty of the Firm. And Stokely Hathaway handing the Dynamite Diamond ring to MJF.
Well, they're in the Firm. They're in cahoots. That's part of an extension of MJF.
But MJF, I mean, he seems conflicted about this.
Regal better go deal with whatever he's got to deal with here. Well, Yuta's about to get lit up. And Regal left the announce position here.
And MJF with that Dynamite Diamond ring on his right hand. But Wheeler Yuta.
Wait a minute.
Oh, excuse me, William Regal.
Just randomly pulls out Nux. Brass Nux.
You want to talk about a proper villain?
Yeah, well, Regal's been born with brass knucks in his hand. But he best beware. MJF, even though he just went through a battle, he's in his prime here.
Well, and also MJF has the Firm on retainer as well. Who knows where the rest of the members are lurking?
Yeah, maybe Regal did mess up.
And MJF wants no part of William Regal with the brass knucks.
Well, the man just had a long match after south of 130 days. Come on, Excalibur.
Sure thing, Taz, sure thing. Well, still to come in our main